guys, it's Tinker Taylor here today, bringing you back another Pokemon build series video. Today we have Cleffa, who is a fairy type Pokemon, and is actually the first stage Pokemon. I think first stage is actually technically the first evolution, but it's the base Pokemon. It's the usually they come in sets of 3. This is the first one. But number 2 and number 3 are actually from Gen 1, so I think I was talking about this in a previous video, saying I thought it was a little bit weird that they went back and added some. This is one of the ones that they've gone back and added. So yeah, Cleffa is the first one, and then it's Clefairy, and then it's Cleffable. So yeah, we've already done those two. So if you check out Gen 1 playlist or those two particular builds, you'll see what I did for them. I'll be honest, I don't really remember what I did. I remember I was in the Realm of Magic world. I did something to do with maybe like, I think one of them was like a gathering space where it's just all completely outdoor. There was no buildings or anything like that. But yeah, for Cleffa, I was like, what about there's very early on in the Pokemon TV series, there's an episode, and I'm not sure if it's about Cleffa or Clefairy. I'm gonna be honest, could not tell you, cannot remember. But yeah, it's one of those two, and it is all about I don't know, they're like on the mountain and they're doing these little cute Pokemon things. I don't know, they're doing cute fairy things. And I wanted to build something that's kind of like, if I built a house in that spot, what would it be like? And that's kind of how we end up with this build. Now, I will also say pretty much straight off the bat, this is almost a base game and fairy pack only build. I use one singular item from Realm of Magic, and that is the stove. So if you don't have Realm of Magic, but you do have fairies, the only thing in this entire build that is not base game or Realm of, get to fairies, is the stove. That's it. Place where you cook is the only bit. But to be honest, like, are you gonna need a stove if you're playing with fairies? Like, if you're using this for a fairy house, for a fairy build, don't fairies eat emotions or something like that? Like, they don't need to eat. So really, the stove is not necessarily necessary. But maybe you have like a human living here, because this is actually a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Downstairs there is a sitting room, a kitchen, and off the kitchen is a bathroom and also a dining room. And in the downstairs of the circular bit is the, I'm gonna say this wrong, apothecary? I don't know. I've read that word so many times, but never actually heard it said until this pack. So for me, I stumble over it a lot, and I'm not gonna lie, tiny bit embarrassed by that. But yeah, there is that table in there, along with some shelves and some decorations and whatnot. And then upstairs there's another sitting room. There is 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, and in the top of the circular tower bit is a little office space. So yeah, maybe you have like a fairy and a human living here, or like a naturalist, I guess, someone who likes nature and living like that, and they live up, like they work upstairs. No, sorry, they would work downstairs. And then maybe a person who likes nature but still works within the regular schmegular boring system, who lives also upstairs and works upstairs. I don't know. It's really up to you guys how you guys want to play this build, really. It's something that's like, if you want to play with it, you can. If you don't, you don't, and that's okay. But yeah, I did try and make this all fairies as much as possible, but the stove got me, and I'm not even sure how, because you can see here, I'm like, okay, let's use all fairy stuff as much as I can. This is also one of the first builds where I've gone back to building with the columns being full height, but that's because these columns kind of stacking on top of each other don't really make sense. So I do apologize if you do end up using this build for gameplay, and you're like, why are the columns so tall? That would be why. Normally I do well, I say normally, as of recent, it has become the norm for me to not have these builds, like not have these columns be full height. I will do them half height, or like the height of the floor, of whatever floor we're on, and then I'll go to the next floor and add the same thing so that, yeah, the columns aren't standing up really tall like you can see in this video. But yeah, like I said, it kind of looked a bit weird. I mean, I didn't even try it, I just assumed it would look weird, and yeah, I'm kind of glad that I went with what I did. And yeah, I don't know. I also am not very confident with very pink type builds, very, I don't want to say girly, because girly is not what I'm thinking, but very soft and feminine. I don't know, I just much prefer sort of, I don't want to say harsher looking builds, but neutral to harsh, and this is very much the opposite end of the scale to that. So I did struggle a little bit with it, but I did ask myself, what would Ozcat do? So Ozcat Dad is a streamer over on Twitch. I wouldn't say he himself is very soft and feminine, but within his gameplay, he's been playing a lot of Super Sim recently, and his Super Sim has been very soft and feminine and lots of pink. Lots and lots and lots and lots of pink. So yeah, I don't know. It's for sure something I definitely asked, would Ozcat Dad make this area pink? And the answer is usually yes. So that's why we end up with a lot of the blues and pinks. Basically, the swatch that can end up with a lot of pink can also end up with a lot of the blue, which is why we end up with the colour scheme we kind of do. But I also do try and add some other colours to the build, so you'll see that I do use this sort of light wood colour. It's definitely a lot softer and kinder and sweeter on and gentler on the build compared to some of the harsher, darker woods. But yeah, I don't know, I was just kind of having a bit of fun with trying to figure it out and whatnot. I think I forget to change the colour of the desk that I put in there. We don't have any side tables, so I used the desk as a side table, because there is a secondary desk in there that is set up as a desk. It is blank. I did not put any computers in there because it felt like, I don't know, if you're a fairy, would you have a computer? I don't know. And I probably should have changed the colour of this desk. I think it would have made a lot more sense too. It would have looked a lot better, but I think I just got overwhelmed with trying to make everything fit that I just kind of forgot to. But I still had a lot of fun with this build, I won't lie. Like, it's definitely something outside my comfort zone, but for sure something that I wanted to just, yeah, kind of make a little bit fun and a little bit different. And yeah, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down below. Like, what's some stuff I could have done to improve this build? Because for sure there is 1,000 things I could have done to do it slightly differently, slightly better. But I definitely had a lot of fun figuring it out and just messing around and putting random things in and hoping for the best sort of thing. But yeah, I don't know. Definitely let me know down below your thoughts and opinions on this build. I also did try and not make everything in this build be kind of a blue purpley vibe, or a blue pink vibe I should say. I did also add some other colours in other spaces, so some rooms are a little different in their colour scheme, some are a little different in, I don't want to say style, because it's all the same style, it's just, yeah, slightly different colour schemes. There's some rooms that are a bit more yellow and green vibes, there are some that are a bit more, one of the bedrooms ends up being very, very white, and yeah, I don't know, I was kind of exploring how the different colour schemes all went together, and it was definitely fun and interesting because, yeah, I don't really normally do these sorts of things. I don't normally really do these colour schemes, these, you know, like, I could have easily just gone with the pink and blue and called it a day, you know, but I wanted to try and, yeah, I guess experience the different colours, the different vibes with it, and yeah, you'll see for many, 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 many times I do go back and forward over and over again, not really sure what I'm doing, but just kind of having fun with it. So yeah, if you do have any tips or tricks for sort of cottagey, fairy, whimsical vibes, please leave them down below. I would greatly appreciate them, because yeah, I'm not very confident with this sort of theme or scheme or anything like that. But I did have a lot of fun with it nonetheless, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this build, because I definitely had a lot of fun trying to figure it out, you know? There's definitely a lot of different things in here. Like, I didn't use every item, but there's definitely a lot of different things in here that I kind of end up really liking, you know? Some of these things I probably should have changed the colours of. Some of them I don't really mind. Like, it's just kind of making it up as I go along and having fun with it. So, yeah. Like I said, if you have any tips or tricks, please leave them down below. I could have used other packs, but very early on I decided, you know what, I'm going to make this pack restricted. And even though, yes, I technically used 2 packs, it's still, in my opinion, pack restricted. I feel like 4 is still pack restricted. 5, I'm questioning whether or not it is. But yeah, for sure this one is pack restricted, because if you don't have Realm of Magic, that's okay. You're only missing a stove. It's not like I interwove the 2 packs really tightly together. Because that was actually entirely an accident. I did not mean to put that pack in. I don't know, I kind of just completely forgot when I was doing the stove that it was supposed to be pack restricted. And it was really, yeah, quite early on that I decided to pack restrict it. But yeah, the long and the short of it is, it's sort of a fun and interesting build, and yeah, if you don't like the colour scheme, don't worry, I'm kind of there with you. I'm 50-50 on it. Partially like it, partially hate it, but I hope at the end of the day that majority of you like it. Obviously if this theme is not your thing, then I can understand why you don't like it, but if this theme is definitely your thing, I apologise if you don't like it. Again, like I said, don't really know what I'm doing, kind of just making it up and having fun as I do, and I will 100% take any feedback. Also, for some reason, all of the debug in this build, I can't find it in this pack. Like, this pack just does not have any of the debug. Like, I found it once, and then I have no idea where it's gone since then. And I've updated my mods, so I'm not really sure what's going on. So if any of you are also having a similar type problem, please let me know if you found a solution, because I really do like the stuff that I found in debug. Like, I really would love to be able to use some of the plants that are out there and things like that. But unfortunately I could not find them, so I ended up just doing some very minimal landscaping. It's honestly barely anything. So yeah, I don't really know what the deal with that is. I might have to go online onto the gallery and have a little look to see if anybody's uploaded the debug stuff into rooms, because I'll definitely download the rooms and use those items. I think it would have made this build look so much better, because there's so many beautiful plants, and you can see here I was looking for it in the, I don't know if that was debug or live edit, but I was like, there's surely something. If I can find something in here, then I know it's in here. But for some reason, it's completely hidden. So yeah, if any of you are having the problem and you figured out how to find these things, please let me know down below, because I would love to be able to use these items. I think from like the moment I did see them, they're absolutely gorgeous, and I just simply do not know where they've gone, and it makes me a little bit sad. So yeah, like I said, if you know where they are, definitely let me know down below how you found them, and how you got to them. Is it just a problem with my mods? Do I need to update them again? Do I need to remove them? I don't know. I might try reinstalling them today, properly uninstalling and then reinstalling them, because I never do that. I'll be honest, I never do that, and that's probably my issue. So I'll give that a go. But yeah, we're pretty much at the end of this video. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!